Today, I'm going to talk about my esoteric book haul. Check this out. If you're new here, I post videos on personal development, mindset, spirituality, esoteric book summaries, and book hauls to help increase your mindset, help increase your inner peace, your joyful life, and higher vibration. First was esoteric. Back in the day, I didn't really know what that meant, and even a cult, it sounded kind of scary, but it's actually it just means something that is not in the norm and more outside of it's like a new age thinking. That's how I see as esoteric. So the first book that I got on this haul is called The Book of Destinies. The reason why I got this book is because it was mentioned I watch a streaming platform called Gaia, and I love it. It's just so much information on there, and I really wanted to get it because it was about the 2012 prophecy of how the world was going to end, and I thought about it, was it going to end? And more of the fact it was more energetic, like it's peeling a layer of the onion of the world going into a new age. That's why they call it New Age. And I really wanted to go into the ancient Mayan text, because after visiting Egypt, I was curious as to what different things were saying about ancient texts, what we're saying about history. This was one book that I was really interested in getting, so I was pretty lucky. I was able to still find a copy. I think they can still sell it. It is in print, but it's really expensive for a new copy. I was able to find a used on Amazon, so pretty lucky. But there's one thing I want to share is the Great Pyramid of Giza in Egypt, the prophecies, those that were most famous visionaries of all times. The modern prophet Edgar Cayce, perhaps the most accurate visionary ever. The Argentinian Benjamin Solari, perhaps less known prophecies by the Hopi, Navajo, and Lakota people are all equally correct and coincidental. So it just talks about how the ancient texts in different ancient civilizations, it might be different wording and different descriptions they use, but the story is the same. So that's why I wanted to get this. So it's pretty cool to get this copy. Also, if you have not yet, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Liking and subscribing and turning on notifications really helps with the algorithm to help get this information out to those people who need it, to help brighten their mind, to brighten the world, and brighten their life, to live in light and love. This will also help increase the collective consciousness of the world. The next book I got is called The Land of the Gods by H.P. Blavatsky. And back then a day, her name was Madame Helena Blavatsky. She was more of esoteric, occult, thought outside, regular thoughts of people, more like New Age back in the day. It was first written in 1887 under the Adventures Among the Rosicrucians, and then A Student of Occultism, and then it was republished in 1910 with the adepts under the name Frank Hartman, who acknowledged that he was not the original author, and then it was updated to The Land of God. This is about how Madame Blavatsky said that she went into a remote area in Asia, a long hidden story, and she actually visited the masters of the Shambhala. In the Asian culture, they say that Shambhala is a hidden place. It's a beautiful place, and she said she was able to go there. And it's interesting because I will do a 5 best ideas on this book. It's very interesting because I also have a book set called The Life and the Teachings of the Far East, and the individual of the author also says he goes into a Shambhala kind of area, and he finds interesting things where he can't believe people are walking on water there, they're able to disappear, they just have these energies and these superhero powers. Pretty interesting. It's definitely more out there, but then is it really? I mean, if it's hidden and we don't see it, how do we know for sure it was not real, right? So again, I've said in other videos of books, when you read these books, take it with a grain of salt, do what resonates with you, but pretty interesting to get this one. The next book I got was book 1 of The Secret Doctrine, Madame Blavatsky. And look how thick it is. I did not expect it to be this thick when I bought it online. When I first bought it, I actually bought just the index. This was the index I got at the store. And I didn't realize it says right there, The Secret Doctrine, but then it says this the index down there. It wasn't as obvious. There are some people who leave reviews saying this is not the actual book, but it's good to have this in place. Look how thin it is compared to, and this is just book 1, but it is good to have this to complement this so I can find things that I need to read. And again, this is her, Madame Blavatsky, going around the world, learning new things, occultism, esoteric, things that people see out there. It's very popular when it comes to the New Age time right now. And she wrote this over 100 years ago. So pretty excited to finish reading this. It is heavy, so it is helpful to have that index. And the next book on this haul is, I got the second book, book 2 of The Secret Doctrine. Excited to read this again. Look how thick it is. So these are the 2 books like together. Bam. And I think they even said there's a volume 3, or is that just the index? Anyways, I'm pretty excited to read these, or at least reference to them, because it's so thick. I've already read a few things that are quite interesting. So again, it's her traveling the world at a time especially where they didn't give that much respect to women, and having her as a thought leader in occultism, in esoteric, it's really eye-opening for me that she was like, her book right now is like still popular, still selling, still a bestseller. So pretty excited to review this. See you in the next video.